It's Sunshine Report. My name is Odunayo Sawyer. Ondo State Government has launched a technical assessment of major failed routes in the northern senatorial district of the state. Priority routes to be reconstructed include the Imo Arigidi Road and Oba Afo Idoani corridor. The government team, during a tour of the target roads, described it as a vital first step for effective planning and execution. The team extended inspections to strategic roads in Ifira, Akoko, Okeagbe, Shukwari, Ikare, Idoani, and nearby communities. The government said its administration's push to tackle infrastructure gaps, enhance connectivity, and spur economic growth through better transportation remains a priority. In the meantime, public primary schools in Akure, the Ondo State capital, are coming under repeated attacks as hoodlums vandalize school buildings, destroy learning materials, and leave classrooms unsafe for students and teachers. These acts not only damage government property but also threaten the future of education in the state. Our correspondent Adewumi Tai will report that the situation has sparked outrage among education stakeholders, with strong reactions coming from school authorities and the State Universal Basic Education Board. SUBEB, the report.
Broken doors, shattered windows, destroyed ceilings and vandalized furniture. These are the sights that now greet pupils and teachers in some public primary schools across Akure metropolis. According to findings, suspected hoodlums allegedly broke into school premises during the night, wreaking havoc on classrooms, offices, and in some cases cutting away valuable items meant for teaching and learning. Affected schools include St. Francis RCM Primary School, Okepad, St. Martin's Primary School, St. Paul Primary School, Idiagbatitun, St. Luke Primary School, Salvation Primary School, Odokoyi, St. Joseph Primary School, and St. Patrick Primary School, Okearo. The head teachers lamented the level of destruction, describing it a major setback to quality education. They urged governments to come to their aid by providing security and ensure the school property are put in order.
Soliciting for the help of the government to come to our aid concerning this loss. Maybe they can provide the night guard for us. And the night guard that we are going to need is those people that will have guns. Because those laws that they actually come to us, they have guns. And our fence have been collapsed during the rain storm.
We are hereby appeal to our state governor, His Excellency Governor Lucky Urim Said Attila, to please come to our aid in Akure South. It is getting out of hand.
One of the teachers in St. Francis RCM Primary School, Mrs. Jumoke Ayeni, blamed poor security and social challenges for the rise in vandalism. She urged government to provide the schools with learning materials as the hoodlums have taken away most of the school properties.
It really makes us sad. We don't even know where to start from. We don't know at all. We didn't meet any textbook here. Even they let you know that were left here. All our records, we didn't meet anything. They packed away and took them away. So we don't know where to start from. We are really tired. In fact, it really weighs us down.
Reaching to the development, the chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Mr. Victor Olabinton, condemned the act, describing perpetrators criminal and unacceptable. Mr. Olabinton assured that measures are being put in place to repair the damaged facilities, while efforts would be intensified to prevent a reoccurrence. He urged communities to take ownership of the schools and help protect them.
Government on its part will see how we can mount security in some of these schools, particularly using Amotekno and the civil defense. At least to be watching those schools both day and night. This property belongs to government and we must not allow it to be destroyed. I'm seizing this opportunity to appeal to to all our people that lives in Okearu area, Idiagbatutu area, that lives in Odo Ikoyi, that lives in Ayedun, that lives in all these other places around the stadium and other areas. We are appealing to them, all parents, all people that live there. The schools around you belongs to you. Please monitor it.
As pupils continue to learn amid damaged structures, the call for urgent intervention grows louder. Stakeholders believe that protecting public schools is crucial to safeguarding the future of education in Ondo State. Adewumi Taiwo, OSRC News.
Engineering and Technical Services Department of Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, has held its end-of-year get-together for members. The event provided an opportunity to reflect on achievements recorded in 2025 and appreciate retired officers. Blessing Obe tells us more.
It was a moment of reflection and appreciation as staff of the Engineering and Technical Services Department of OSRC gathered to thank God for the year 2025 and set projections for 2026. The get-together brought together management staff of the corporation as well as retirees who had served in the department. Chairman of the Planning Committee, Mercy Akingbade, described the event as an avenue to foster unity, urging members to work together.
Today is not just about food, it's not just about music and relaxation, but it's about fellowship, unity and appreciation. It's an opportunity for us to step away briefly from our daily technical routine as engineers so as we can connect together and meet each other on a more personal level and strengthen our bond together.
Director of Engineering and Technical Services, OSRC, Femi Ayekomilogbon, highlighted achievements recorded in the department and praised retired officers for their dedication and service.
The Engineering and Technical Service Department has played a central role in this evolution through the planning, execution, and implementation of several high-impact, high-technology projects. Among these achievements are the installation of two 200 kVA uninterruptible power supply UPS system dedicated to our studios and transmitters, which has significantly improved power supply and protected critical broadcast equipment. The installation of industry-grade lighting arrestors with associated earthing pit, strengthening the safety and resilience of our broadcast infrastructure.
In their goodwill messages, directors from various departments commended the engineering department for its contributions to the corporation.
It is a thing of joy to celebrate ourselves. It is good when you remember all those that had worked, that had labored in the past 1 year, and even calling on all those that had retired and celebrating them. I just use this opportunity again to congratulate you all and say it is worthwhile.
We work every day closely using the facilities of the Engineering and Technical Services Department. And today that we are here to celebrate these people, particularly for the initiative of the DETS Engineering Development to bring our retirees from the department back for honor. I think it deserves applause.
Since the DG assumed office, our Department of Engineering and Technical Services has been living up to expectation. As a matter of fact, our equipment are very old. Yet, you people walk around the clock to ensure that we are not here.
There's no time the marketing department just called on our director, engineer Ayekomilogbon, that will not attend to us. Always ready for us. So we appreciate God in your lives, sir. And to all the staff, only director alone cannot do it, is by your support. Congratulations to everybody.
Director General OSRC Kenneth Odushola Stevenson applauded the department and encouraged staff to trust in God, remain united, and grow stronger together.
My experience with engineer dates back to about 30 years. Not because of my practice, but simply because I took it upon myself to study the built environment and to report for the built environment and to publish for the built environment. That's why when people see me being passionate about the professionals, architects, engineers, town planners, they should know that it's what I have done for about 30 years. And I really, really appreciate the engineers that are here. Now, I must commend every one of them for staying the course to connect us to the national grid within 30 days. It wasn't a small thing.
A major highlight of the event was the presentation of an award to the Director General in recognition of his resilience and determination in positioning the corporation to meet global standards. Some retirees were also honored for their outstanding service and contributions to the corporation. The department says it remained committed to supporting the corporation's vision of a stronger and more technologically advanced OSRC. Blessing Obi, OSRC News.
And moving on, widows have been asked to always keep faith in God, as well as engage in activities that will positively enhance their children's development and impact the society around them. Chairperson of Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ, Ondo State Chapter, Tolagba Damosi, gave the advice at an empowerment program for widows in Akure. OSRC reporter Zimo Ebiemi reports from our studio.
The intervention, tagged Orange Widow Support Initiative 2026, was aimed at putting smiles on the faces of widows across the state as part of efforts to ease economic hardship on them and support their welfare. Ayodele Orogun Empowerment Project, in collaboration with the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ Ondo State Chapter, supported the widows with food items, cash support, and free health insurance coverage. The Chief Executive Officer of Ayodele Orogun Foundation, Mrs. Ayodele Orogun, described the initiative as part of sustained efforts to restore dignity, provide relief, and ensure social protection for widows, particularly those facing economic and social challenges.
Women are empowered economically, socially, and politically. Nations move forward. And so I encourage every woman here today, please now, to see farming not as a struggle. But as an opportunity. When women farm, families eat better.
In her remarks, Chairperson NAWOJ in Ondo State, Tolagba Damosi, maintained that widows should not depend solely on assistance but should engage in meaningful ventures that would improve their livelihoods and secure the future of their children. She urged the beneficiaries to put in their best efforts towards self-reliance, stressing that empowerment begins with the willingness to act and make productive use of available opportunities.
This opportunity is a rare opportunity for most of us. And we in Ondo NAWOJ would like to say that we should ensure that we stand firm in everything we do. Despite the fact situations are like this, that means our no, that's why I know I told you although I put my family sure it is mandatory that you stand firm.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the organizers for the timely intervention, describing the program a source of encouragement and renewed hope.
The program was okay. I thank God for the life of the sponsor.
This program is actually something that is not seen coming, and we want to appreciate the convener and the host, Nawaj, and Ayodele Empowerment Project. It is actually something that is worthy of emulation. We want to thank them for their kind gestures.
High point of the event was the inclusion of the beneficiaries in a free health insurance coverage in support of their livelihood.
In other news, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) Ondo State Command has announced a total of 2,550 recorded cases of obtaining by false pretense across the state in 2025. Briefing journalists in Akure, the state commandant Oluyemi Ibiloye said the statistics show a reduction when compared with 2,900 cases recorded in 2024. Ibiloye also confirmed the increase in grievance management centers across the state from 25 to 45 to effectively entertain complaints across the 3 senatorial districts of Ondo State. Omori Olangbeji has details.
Speaking of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps activities in the year under review, the state commandant, Mr. Oluyemi Ibiloye, disclosed that the command recorded 10 cases of transformer vandalization, 52 cases of prepaid meter theft, 20 cases of malicious damage to farms by herders, as well as cases of illegal mining, among others. According to him, the anti-human trafficking, irregular migration, and gender units handled 101 cases, indicating a reduction in domestic violence, rape, and other gender-based crimes when compared with the 2024 record.
We have been able to reduce all theft to barest minimum. And you would observe that I've had calls from people who have said, please allow us go back to this trade, because that's what some people live on. I had the coordinator of Tantita Private Security in my office 2 days ago, and he himself actually confessed that there's virtually nothing to do. But that does not mean that we'll stop, protecting our petroleum pipelines. We still have men on the IC, protecting these pipelines. But I must confess that the issue of petroleum pipeline vandalization has reduced to the barest minimum.
The commandant also spoke on 410 cases handled under the counter-terrorism and anti-graft units, noting that 95 personnel were trained in weapon handling, combat craft, and tactical maneuvering to enhance security across the state.
We're able to, of course, handle quite a number of cases using ADR. And we discovered that cases of gender-based violence also reduced in the outgone year. Previously, we've had cases that runs into thousands, but to a large extent that seems to have reduced. While we have other mandates that's been enshrined in our law, we, to a large extent, did not record any attacks on schools. We have the Safe School Initiative, and we've worked in collaboration with our security agencies to ensure that our schools remain safe. And to a large extent, we're also doing that too. Yes, there were a few cases of kidnap in the Akoko area and, of course, Akure North. And to a large extent, you would observe that towards the end of the year that these cases were reduced significantly.
Reaffirming the core commitment in remaining resolute, proactive, and people-centered in the discharge of his constitutional mandate, Ibiloye promised massive deployment of personnel, zero tolerance for economic sabotage, and improved synergy and collaboration with sister security agencies, while commending the support of Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa and other stakeholders. In 2025, the NSCDC boss called for deeper collaboration in the year 2026.
I want to sincerely say that our successes, we couldn't have achieved it alone without the collaboration of other security agencies. And like I've always said, and I will say it again, it sounds more like a chorus, that there's a robust synergy that exists among the security agencies in Ondo State. What I want to assure the good people of Ondo State is that this year we are poised to do more and to consolidate on our successes in the outgone year.
With the assurance of improved strategies and strengthened partnerships, Civil Defense Corps says it remains committed to ensuring the safety of lives, property and critical assets across Ondo State. Omorola Humbiji, Osrc News.
And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon.